Hello everybody, welcome to Besiege. This is Shame Over. I'm going to show you the other four vehicles in the M4D series. These ones weren't used so much to beat levels, but these are more novel vehicles just for fun. The first one I have has kind of a special place in my heart. It's a MLRS, Multiple Launch Rocket System. My first MOS in the Army Guard was 13 Mike, so these do hold a special and dear place in my heart. Very cool machines in real life. If you've never seen them, I suggest you get on YouTube and check them out. The one we have here is a little simplified version. It has detachable grenades here, and as you know, the grenades have a remote fuse, so kind of gives it a lot of utility there. You can be very precise if you take your time. Controls on this are simple enough. Tank steering as always. The numpad is how we use our systems, so hit enter on the numpad to bring the angle down. Fire the front row with 1 and 2. Nice. Let's bring it down just a little bit more. 3, 4, and 5. We'll let them go. And then to blow these up, we've got 8 and 9. Blow up your warheads. Very simple. Oh, let's get this thing off of us. You can press minus or V. Yeah, V, I'm sorry. To release this thing. Release the warheads a little early. And for point defense, you've got these, but it's a suicide vehicle anyway, so what's it matter? The next vehicle I want to show you, that one I'm sure is going to get updated in the future. The next one I want to show you is a complete vehicle. I'm very satisfied with it. It's a lot of fun. Creates a lot of destruction. If we get it to load up. There we go. We have the M4D Siege wall. This needs to be run at about 10% or so for a good show. And the idea here is point defense. These blades spin and throw peons away from the machine. Spins this way, throws the peons away from the machine. This spins and throws peons straight up and in front of the machine. You can see pistons here with spikes attached. Those kind of help as a guide to help push enemies into the saw blade. I'm sure I'll be doing another Queen's Fodder video with this, so you'll get to see it then. In the meantime, this one is the only vehicle that doesn't have doesn't have tank steering because it simply doesn't need to move. It's just a siege wall. It doesn't go anywhere. Press 0 on your numpad to turn on the pneumatics. They're on either side, front and back. Press period on the numpad for your flamethrowers. 1 is your scatter cannons on the bottom row. 2, regular cannons on the next row up. 3, next row up. 4, you guys are probably seeing the picture here. All but the 5th row have cannons pointing towards the rear as well, so I'm sure in future levels as the game is updated we're going to find a use for those cannons. Let's fire this last row. That's number 5 right there. All kinds of damage. Love this vehicle. This is another fun one in Queen's Fodder. You can just lay everything out. It's beautiful. This one may be updated later, or I may make a second version of this that is mobile. We'll just see if there's a demand for that kind of thing. The next one I want to show you is the M4D Weed Smacker. This is kind of a finicky little machine, but it's a lot of fun to see it in action. It's got 2 main selling points. The first is a set of blades down here on bottom. Works a lot like a lawnmower. blades on top, spikes, blades, all kinds of good stuff. The second selling point is this. This pillar here spins and releases bombs. Again, grenades that can be detonated at will. And the center of mass is actually not a dangerous thing with this machine. This machine is actually fairly stable, even with this big tall thing sticking up. Anyway, nice and stable. Let's go ahead and run this thing at about 50%. Maybe a little bit less so we can see what's going on here. Alright, the controls on this are real simple. It's only 4 buttons. I'm sorry, there's the tank controls, of course, on the arrows, but other than that, the systems are only 4 buttons. 1 and 2 release the bottom bombs and the top bombs in that order. And then 4 and 5 detonate the bottom bombs and the top bombs in that order. It's just that simple. Beautiful. It's also got flamethrowers, but those are dangerous with wooden things, but you know. Nice little nimble thing, nimble-ish. It's a little bit more finicky than my other vehicles simply because of what it is, but have a lot of fun with that one. That's another one I take to Queen's Fodder and play around with a little bit. The last one I've got for you is my personal favorite on this list, the Zero Bomber. M4D Zero Bomber. Named as such because it's the only button you need to know. 0 on the numpad. Tank steering, of course. What else would we have for it? It is mobile. It's actually a lot more mobile than it looks. What you want to do is sidle right up to your friend here. Let's go ahead and slow it down, way down. Give you guys a nice show. 1%, that's perfect. Let's focus on this blade. All you gotta do is hit 0. 712 parts, start moving at incredible speeds. Whole bunch of spikes. Real proud of those. This is another bird killer if you use it right. Down here, there's a lot of heavy stuff being thrown around. Flamethrowers and wooden frame and drill bits and all kinds of stuff. Lots of braces. So, very, very dangerous bomber. Absolutely beautiful. Lots and lots of fallout. If you don't immediately get the objective you're trying to get with it, kill the people you're trying to kill or whatever, just speed it up a little bit and let it play through. There you go. The fallout, the raining debris typically will finish the job if you let it advance a little bit. So be patient with the bomber. Well, I hope those are some enjoyable machines for everybody to use. Hope you guys download them and favorite them and subscribe and all of that stuff for me. It is greatly appreciated. If you could, please subscribe and like on YouTube. I really appreciate that. That's very helpful. Way to hook a vet up on that, guys. And if you have any questions about these vehicles, feel free to contact me on Steam, Shame Over, or on YouTube as The Shame Over. I'll be glad to answer any questions or try to provide any updates or insight that I can. Just play safe, everybody. Play nice.